Wagwan, everybody. I am your Jamaican queen, Miss Y. You're tuned into How I See It TV, and this is Why Caught Alive. And y'all, this video that I'm about to share with you, for me, is disgusting, and it's just another example of how Heavenly Kimes continues to cross the line, and Bravo TV, NBCU, Universal needs to reprimand her or fire her, because at some point enough has to be enough. And I get throwing shade, I get stirring the pot, but when a reality TV star gets to a point where she is advocating for violence, where she is advocating for her castmate to be physically assaulted by her spouse, and she's advocating for people to physically assault her castmate, that's crossing a line. And that's what Heavenly did down to her Patreon with T.S. Madison and Carlos King. And that's also what she did on Twitter.
Girl, I don't say that name.
Child, let me talk about the sweetie. Girl, why you ain't beat her up? You supposed to beat her up.
I ain't finna fight nobody. The people tried to whip my ass.
Girl, you supposed to beat her up.
Okay, I'm gonna bring you around now. Okay,
I ain't put my hand on no woman. Y'all ain't finna get me drugged.
Okay, Maddie, we don't.
I ain't, but I ain't that kind of woman. I ain't finna be fighting no woman. I will read her, but fight her, no. I can't do that.
I ain't fighting nobody either.
So Heavenly basically jumped off of YouTube only to go over there on Patreon to lie that Sweetie was trying to fight her and to tell TS that she was going to bring her around to get physical with Sweetie. And to TS Madison's credit, she shut that down real quickly because she understood how controversial it would be for her to sit up on Patreon and say that she's going to fight Sweetie on behalf of Heavenly. Even Carlos King had to chime in and say, yeah, we don't want that type of controversy. And even though TS was trying to educate Heavenly in the moment, Heavenly was still over there saying, but you're a woman. And TS was like, yeah, I'm a woman, but I'm still not going to put my hands on her. Heavenly is a gutter snipe. And when will Heavenly's friends, acquaintances, all these people who like to jump on her YouTube or her Patreon and talk ish with her, when are they going to realize that being on Heavenly's platform is going to get them caught up in bullshit because she does not have a filter? And Heavenly feels like everything is just a joke. And then she's like, I'm going to say this and then I'm going to take it back. But you can't take back your words. And not everything is funny. And it's not everything that you're supposed to say. And one would think that somebody who has a doctor before their name would understand this and would move a little bit more educated. And not only was Heavenly down to her Patreon encouraging T.S. Madison to put his hands on LaTeasha, she was also on X, formerly known as Twitter, advocating for Dr. G to whoop Sweetie. See, one of Heavenly's followers, and I have the screenshot, one of Heavenly's followers says, I ain't gonna lie, Heavenly, you got to whoop her ass like her mama should have now. And to that, Heavenly replied, nah, child, I leave that to Dr. G. That's a vile thing to say. That's literally advocating for domestic violence. And I thought that the Hippocratic oath that Dr. Heavenly took was to first do no harm. So you're out here calling for harm to come to somebody who was at one point your patient? Because Sweetie let us know in the interview that she did with Tea Talk with Your Girl and with Millie Chung that she was one of your dental patients, Heavenly. But even if she was not one of your patients at some point in time, what kind of person would sit on their platform and advocate for a man to beat on his wife? That's disgusting. That's low down. And that goes far beyond just reviewing this show. And when are Heavenly's friends going to realize that they need to stay off of her YouTube, her Patreon, her Instagram Live, her Twitter Spaces, whatever platform she has where she has to talk, they need to stay off of it because Heavenly has no filter. And she thinks that everything she says is a joke. And she's like, I'm going to say this, but I'm going to take it back. You can't take back vile words like this. You can't take back advocating for DV. You can't take back advocating for someone to physically assault one of your castmates. That's far beyond throwing shade now and be messy and stirring the pot. That's advocating for violence on all levels. And it needs to be called out. And all of Heavenly's fans who kiki and just eat up everything that she says, if y'all think this is okay, for her to say that she's going to leave it to Dr. G to whoop Sweetie's ass, if y'all think that's okay, then y'all need to get your heads checked. Like, this is so disgusting and so triggering. Bravo, NBC Universal, purveyors of pop. If y'all are the ones that told her to come off of YouTube, y'all need to tell her to get off of Patreon too. Because obviously she thinks that she can hide her nasty words behind a paywall. Like people aren't going to screen record and blast her if needs be. Heavenly is a vile human being. And Quad, on part 2 of the reunion, is about to sit on the stage coming for Sweetie over lies that Heavenly has been feeding her. When Heavenly has also been sitting on her YouTube lying on you, Quad. Didn't Heavenly tell us that Quad was basically an escort down there in Africa trying to get men? Didn't Heavenly tell us that Quad and Dr. G were messaging each other behind Sweetie's back, and Quad had to come out and say that's a lie and Heavenly needs to stop? But yet you're sitting on a reunion stage trying to come at Sweetie because Heavenly told you that, what, she buys clothes from the mall, she wears fake designer. Like, really? And I didn't forget that B. Scott IG Live that Quad and Heavenly did, where Quad was basically telling Sweetie, leave me alone, because I don't want to get to talking. And I was like, but Sweetie isn't even talking about you. Why are you sending out threats to expose stuff when she's not talking about you? And now I understand why. Because when Quad and Heavenly got back to a good place, Heavenly stopped talking badly about Quad to Sweetie and started talking badly about Sweetie to Quad. Quad and Sweetie should have no beef. Quad had long left and long divorced Dr. G and was happy. And when Sweetie met him and slid in his DMs, he was a fully single and divorced man. been single and divorced, completely divorced. Divorce was finalized since 2018 or something? And Sweetie met Greg in 2020? Like, make it make sense. Why should y'all even have any beef? Why? Because Heavenly is feeding Quad information? Quad, you look dumb. So as I said, y'all, these are the things that Heavenly is now doing on her Patreon. And these are some of the things that she's been saying on her Twitter. And outside of just advocating for violence, she's revealed private medical information that LaTeasha had not shared with the public and did not share during filming. She's come for this girl's body. She's come for this girl's looks. She's come for her intellect. She's clowned her for having endometriosis. Sat on a platform with Carlos, who was saying that LaTeasha should have put eggs and a baby on a vision board, and Heavenly was laughing at that, laughing at a man saying that about a woman. Heavenly is a gutter snipe. When I tell you she irks me, she irks me. But I had to come and share that video with y'all and share this tweet that I had screenshot. So thank y'all for listening. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And drop down in the comments, y'all, and tell me how you see things too as it relates to Heavenly's behavior. Until next time, as I always say, walk good. Bye.